Hey, good evening, beautiful people. It's Eugenie, it's Thursday, it's Facebook Live, and as you know, my job, my mission is to take care of you, beautiful teachers, so that you can enjoy life at school, outside of school, and rise over the insanity. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So basically, I would like to share tonight something incredible. It's January, and we've got everyone's on New Year's resolutions, and wellness, and how do we take care of ourselves. And as teachers, especially, it's particularly difficult to take care of ourselves because of lack of time, because of pressure, of added tasks, of a whole bunch of different reasons. And I would like to offer a new spin to what it is that we need to contemplate as we take care of ourselves. That's right. And I would like to explore the idea of, wait for it, self-compassion. What? That's not wellness. Oh, but it is. It is mental wellness. It is kindness to ourselves. It is mellowing into the fact that we are exactly where we're supposed to be. Is it easy to practice self-compassion when there's pressure coming at us from all sides? It's not, but it is absolutely essential to taking care of ourselves. So, you're going to go through your day, you're going to feel stressed out, and this voice is going to come in. Your inner critic is going to kick in and say, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Why haven't I finished this? I should have finished by now. And it's this should. So one way to check in with yourself, with your inner critic, with your perfectionism, with your high demands of yourself, which are high, of course, because there's just so much to bloody do, is to just, I said the word should, right? And how do you melt into releasing this should and these expectations is to, first of all, have the awareness of it, which is not easy when you're running around all day, but just paying attention and saying, oh, I said I should. And you know what? Just breathing into it. And actually breathing into it is a very good way to bring self-compassion to yourself, because just the fact of breathing will release the stress from your brain. So even if you just sit there for 2 minutes in your car, in the bathroom, and you breathe, you bring back your breath into your body, that act alone is an act of self-compassion. And it's going to bring you back to a little more peace inside of your body and a little more peace inside of your mind. Yes, it actually does work, by the way. I regularly do this. Self-compassion is something that you practice. And initially, as a person who used to be incredibly demanding on herself, highly critical, there was not much self-compassion. It was always push, 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 push. You should do more. You should be better. You should be amazing, blah, blah. And it was exhausting. And so I'm still working around, okay, take it down a few notches. The should is going to have to take a holiday. Breathe. And another act of compassion that you can do for yourself is mantras, is just these very easy affirmations that you can repeat to yourself. They might feel a little bit fake at first, but there's energy in words, people. And if you don't believe me, and if I say something like taxes, they're coming around, people. We're going to have taxes pretty quickly. There's nothing great associated with the word taxes. So words have like little suitcases of energy and meaning, and they actually carry power. And if I say summer holidays, all of a sudden it's just a different energy. And so the words that we use to talk to ourselves actually have an impact on us. They call it verbal abuse. If somebody is verbally abusive to someone else, it's the power of the words that do damage. So this is not something to set aside and go, yeah, it's just a bunch of hogwash. It's actually very true. The words carry energy, they carry power. So when we're being hard on ourselves, and it does happen for multiple reasons, like I said before, to really filter those words. I should be doing this. And instead, using a mantra, I am doing the best I can. And you can even say further, if I do any more, I'm going to hurt myself. And of course, that's the extra compassionate thing to do, is to say, well, I don't want to hurt myself. I'm already exhausted. I already haven't had supper. Whatever the situation might be, now is the time to step away and give ourselves the space to just be a human being with only so many hours during the day, doing the best that they can. Another energy, like negative, heavy, perfectionistic energy releasing activity that you can do is is on top of I am exactly where I am supposed to be, which is true, because we can't be anywhere else. If we could act differently, think differently, and had different tools, we would do that, but we don't. So we can't force something into being that we don't have the tools for yet. Food for thought for you right there. So releasing that. And then, of course, an act of compassion is to just take care of your mind and your body. So it doesn't have to be crazy. There's just so many things on social media, and you have like health gurus, and they have biceps and abs that are like cut in happy little sections, and it's honestly, it's just a little bit overwhelming and it's a bit too much, but it does not have to be that crazy. Exercising can be something easy. It can be going for a 15-minute walk outside, get some fresh air, get the oxygen in your mind. It can be dancing in your kitchen. That is an act of self-compassion because you're giving your body the opportunity to move because it's supposed to. We're biological beings, right? If it's for your mental health that you're focusing on, give yourself the compassion of space and time and maybe silence and peace. And just a few minutes, like I said, is going to reset your mind. It's going to drop down your heart rate. It does. It's true. It's really magical. And you don't have to take any medication. It's free. So that's another way where you can give yourself some love, give yourself some self-compassion. I've got my little post-it here, so I'm going to make sure I didn't forget anything for tonight. Yes, there's another one that you can use, and it's the what am I learning? So instead of I should be doing this, diffusing the energy around the judgment and just kind of detaching from it and asking the question, what am I learning right now, has a way of giving you the compassion to just learn and grow. And you're smarter, better today than you were yesterday. Guess what? Tomorrow is going to be better too. And so give yourself that space. Give yourself that self-compassion that every day things are going to happen from which we're going to learn and grow and be better. But it's like every day is baby steps. So there's this space around the natural order of things that you're going to grow on your own time. And there's no set time frame that needs to happen. Another way that you can practice self-compassion is releasing the outcome. We are in an outcome-based society where you are valued. Your value as a human being is attached to an outcome. So as teachers, that's tough. For students, it's really tough. For parents, for everybody. So if I'm a good teacher, all my students are going to do extremely well. But if they don't, then what am I? A bad person? That's not true. I did all the work that I could to support my students. Some of them have their own issues. They have their own realities. They have their own families. And releasing the outcome is probably, I would say, the most self-compassionate act that you can do for yourself. And instead of saying, I am a good person if and when I reach this, rest into, I am a good person now. I'm working towards a particular goal. Whether or not it happens tomorrow, next week is another issue. But having the self-compassion that if the goal doesn't happen, you are not a bad person. That you're a great person. You're just a human being working away every day to get to this goal. Isn't that lovely? You're doing fine, people. You're doing fine. And I care about you so much. And I want to just give you some of this space around the pressure that society has, that we put ourselves in under as well. So there you go. Compassion, releasing the outcome. You're working towards the outcome, definitely. But if it doesn't happen in a specific kind of way as well, because we have very specific expectations of ourselves and others too. So when we're self-compassionate, guess what? We are more compassionate towards others as well. We recognize their humanity. We recognize they're not perfect. We give them the space to grow as well and learn on their own terms at their own rhythm. Isn't that amazing? I'm going to go with maybe one more. And yes, the last one I would like to share with you for tonight is when we are self-compassionate to ourselves and we give ourselves love and kindness, this is going to also create something called boundaries. Because if people are treading into our boundaries and they are hurting us and they're disrespecting us or not appreciating our time, then their actions towards us, we cannot be compassionate to ourselves if our boundaries have been crossed. So a huge and difficult act of self-compassion is to actually stand firm in your worth and teach people how you want to be treated and how you want to be addressed. So basically, if you have a person who is not treating you properly and you're not feeling good in your heart and you know something is happening, then a self-compassionate thing to do is to stand up for yourself and to either walk away from the situation or say, this is not acceptable behavior. In the classroom, as teachers, we are often faced with conflict. We're often faced with situations where our safety, our beings are threatened. Whether it's a student who is going to have a moment, they're going to try to push the limits. Whether it's a parent, sometimes they get a little anxious as well because they want their child to do so well and they get really angry if that famous outcome I was telling you about is not reached. So when we're in situations like that, self-compassion is translated into creating boundaries so that we can protect ourselves. And so that is really important. So actually putting your foot down and saying, no, your behavior is not acceptable. I don't feel safe at all in this conversation. So you're going to have to leave, or I'm going to leave. But the self-compassionate act is to take care of you and not really care about them in this particular case, because it's about you taking care of you, right? So that's pretty much it for tonight, you guys. I'm just going to kind of recap. Hey, Cheryl. Basically what I've covered. So the secret to wellness. So it's not big biceps in the gym. It's not drinking a specific smoothie with spinach and things like that. It is. You can. Absolutely. They're delicious. But it's also, and number one, the secret for tonight. And it's something I've been toying with myself because I'm a wellness and mindset coach. I support people in experiencing health and joy and confidence. And this is one that kind of occurred to me in the last month or so. I've been thinking about that, and it's self-compassion. Wellness around your self-compassion, the kindness that you give yourself. So to recap, you guys, I mentioned to watch out for the shoulds. The should is a judgment. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. And it's usually associated with a specific outcome. And if we have an outcome that we do not reach, then we are hard on ourselves. So releasing the outcome with those mantras I told you, I am doing the best I can. Breathe. If you need to, go sit down for 2 minutes and breathe in silence and just watch your breath inside of your body. It is going to release this pressure that you have put on yourself or that society or the people around you have put on you. Self-compassion around that. So the meditation, releasing the outcomes, watching your language with the shoulds, taking care of your physical body and your mental body. So all the regular suspects here, having fun, exercising, eating well, sleeping will give you, sleep is probably the biggest form of self-compassion. If you deprive yourself of your sleep, well, you're depriving yourself of your mind and of your patience and of your kindness and all the beautiful things that make you you. If you bypass your sleep, you're basically, you're hurting yourself. So I know sleep is tight, especially for teachers and moms and dads and a whole bunch and people in general. I think society is just sleep deprived. Teenagers are sleep deprived. But in the realm of this presentation tonight, just remember that sleeping is a humongous act of self-compassion, because you're giving your body the love to rest, to regenerate, to wake up the next day with full access to your beautiful mind and your heart, which is a gift to yourself and to others because they get to be with you during the day, right? Yes, and I think that's pretty much it for tonight, you guys. So you keep going. I know things are sometimes tough, but you go right ahead and try practicing some of those strategies to bring yourself some of this self-compassion, set those boundaries, go to sleep, enjoy your life, and release the judgments, release the outcomes, and rest assured that you're working towards your goals every day. They will happen. It will happen in due time. And meanwhile, you are worthy. You are worthy of absolute self-love and self-compassion. And I wish you all a beautiful evening. And until next time, have a great night. Bye.